You got it? Cool. You were gonna have to put that last fourth through college if you wanted to make it last the whole video. All right. Potential start.
I think I'm gonna make pasta.
I was only just about to get up, yeah.
Do you want it?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Just try not to bang things a lot.
Okay, can you wait 1 second?
All right. This is different. Clearly, it's a little bit more non-conventional, probably to what you're used to, whoever it is that you are out there.
Probably somebody that we know.
Yeah. Or if you're among the 1800, kudos to you.
Good chance you saw this off of Instagram.
So we are doing this because Jared's going on vacation, so we had to crank out a video before he just up and left. Left us in the dust.
Like
Yeah.
right when mine finishes, you're going on yours.
Yeah, but for less time. So.
So basically extending what was already mine for a longer period of time.
Yeah, but that's like, you're going to Disney, there's timeshares involved. It's something hard to match up.
You're going
I'm
to
going to Cape Cod.
Cape Cod. Kind of what we're going to do is just go over some topics that we kind of figured that were, I guess, important right now. I mean, nothing about what we're doing is
It's like a podcast, but it's not a podcast.
not a podcast, though.
It's not a podcast. It's different. It's like a podcast, recorded, talk about topics, but not a podcast.
It's not a podcast, though.
Not even a little bit like it.
What's the first thing?
The first thing we have is Conor McGregor. Seems pretty,
Hurt.
yeah. I also just meant like, I didn't want to say mainstream, but like, mainstream.
Yeah, got a lot of news.
Because, not only did he fight Dustin Poirier for the third time.
Not only did he have the biggest fight of what is currently his career, he also snapped his ankle.
Which
The
is
biggest fight of his career.
not even snapped. Perfect verbiage, by the way. Snapped his ankle, and like, what is good with that? With everybody, not
Snapping their
everybody, but
ankles.
like,
All
it's
these
like
fighters
all
snapping
these
their
fighters now get a kick checked, and it results
It's
in
full sideways.
results in their leg being
Yeah.
completely compound fractured,
even though,
wrapped around the
yeah.
other guy's leg.
I was gonna say, even when I saw it though, because you guys missed it, it was just like this situation of just like,
I think that's
like-
noodles hitting a pan.
like foot full sideways. Like just after Chris Weidman just had his basic career ender
Yeah.
of absolute. Like
And then
this part was here.
That
This part was
happened
here.
recently. And then when did Anderson Silva do that to Chris Weidman?
Vice versa. But obviously it's a huge deal, and for the dude's
What is-
career, it's probably gonna end it.
When they say, because you know more about fighting than I do, but like when they say checking a kick, like, what does that mean?
It's pretty much like, so obviously when you take a kick, so say you take a kick specifically to like, I guess if you consider like where Anderson Silva broke his, if you take a kick, you're gonna take it in here
Okay.
or in here.
Like.
But if
five.
you check a kick, you basically are putting your shin
right
exactly
into-
because your shin's basically just like
Yeah.
it's not gonna move, but it's gonna hurt worse for the guy kicking
Yeah.
than it is for the guy getting kicked.
Yeah.
So it's more damaging. It's way more damaging than getting kicked.
Okay.
But
Like is Conor McGregor a pussy? He ended the fight early, you know.
yeah, I mean, he said he'd do it. He said someone would be leaving on a stretcher.
What were you saying? Planned tiny leg fractures?
Yeah.
Yeah, pre-fight.
So pre-fight, just in case he was getting his ass kicked, he was actually getting crazy leg kicks pre-fight,
Yeah.
just so that he had little hair fractures.
It was a
just
planned hairline fracture.
Just so that if in the situation that he was getting his ass kicked, he could step back, fold his foot backwards.
And just fucking.
Doctor stoppage.
Doctor stoppage. Yeah, it's kind of genius actually. But he's also, post-fight talking about how Dustin Poirier's wife's in his DMs. That's savage play right there. You're on the ground. So
That's like the craziest I've seen him though. Like I feel like even for him,
that's the craziest.
Well,
What about
he's
when he
like-
threw
I mean,
a
you can
freaking
picture that.
dolly through a
the bus.
bus?
I mean, but even think about it. Yeah, that was actually pretty crazy. But I'm saying, even think about it though. Like, he breaks his ankle and he's just sitting on the floor, like getting at this dude. Like, yeah, I'll meet you in the parking lot. If I
Yeah.
have to.
So
that's actually-
Conor McGregor, not pussy, psycho. We have here kind of like an add-on how Donald Trump was at the fight. I just thought that was funny.
Yeah, well,
because
we
it's
both
like,
saw him. Like, we both saw it.
and not even like he like we saw him on.
Well, yeah, like
TV.
mid-fight.
Mid-fight. Now we're just looking like who else is in the
I'm saying,
audience.
like, mid-fight, we're watching, like, there's FaZe Banks. There's that guy who was sitting behind him to the right, Tom Kenny. And then, like, oh yeah, there's ex-president of the United States, Donald Trump.
What a very Donald Trump way to return to normalcy.
Yeah, it's just like, but yeah, but even like what president actually does that though? What president is like?
Ex-president.
What ex-president is just kind of like, I've been president for the past 4 years. I'm not going to go back to my
That's
house.
what I'm saying. It's the most Donald Trump way to return to normalcy.
Like Obama was
as
probably
an ex-president.
Obama or Clinton or Bush probably just eating cereal at home.
Yeah, I can't wait for my first bowl.
Give me my first bowl of cereal
my first bowl of normalcy.
without a stack of crap in front of my
Yes.
face. But then you got Trump was like, no, I'm going to go to a UFC fight.
Every bowl of cereal is with 5 signatures.
Yes. Yeah. And he's just like, no, I'm going to go to a UFC fight.
In like full suit attire, because that guy has completely coined himself to that.
Never not been him.
And he kept with the red tie.
But even like when I saw that, though, I was like,
least
that's
change
so
up the
great. You and I
tie.
both saw it. You and I both saw it at the same time. We're just like, that's
Yeah, because who's
who's missing that guy in a crowd?
yeah, seriously, he's got such
He's the most
a
vibrant dude in the crowd.
his whole demeanor it can be noticed. Quick movie review. This week's movie review is Black Widow.
Yeah, I saw it. He didn't see it. It was fine.
That was it. We also have Chris Paul, and how he's homie may or may not win the finals.
Is this the first time the Suns have been in the finals since Charles Barkley?
Definitely, dude. 100%. Unless they went, did they ever go with Amari Stoudemire? I don't think they went that far. But Chris Paul.
Yeah.
Rumors have it though he's gonna plan to lose the finals so Devin Booker can know what it feels like.
To go 15 years without any championships.
He's over there shooting hoops, working on his jumper, and he's, yo, Book, how old are you, bro?
He's more there for spite than he is for.
How old is Devin Booker? Like 24, 25?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no shot, man. You need to hit your 30s. That's
Yeah, for the next 2
that's what
games,
he's
he's gonna
going
start
for.
tanking.
As the Fortnite kids would say, he's selling. This is more of a fun fact and random, but the Haitian president was killed.
Heard about that. That was
He
pretty
was
big.
assassinated actually by what I read was a self-identified doctor, which I don't understand. Like, if there's anything, like, there's a lot of, it's 2021, you could self-identify as whatever the hell you want, but I feel like a doctor is, what a beat around the bush.
Also to like add that, for them to add that like to the profile.
Yeah, like-
yeah, he's self-identified doctor.
Can I just be a self-identified race car driver? I would love that. I'm self-identified. And what's it say on his, what med school? What credentials does
yeah.
this guy have? He's over here doing surgery?
Yeah, it's like his backyard.
I'm
Yeah, he's doing
self-identified.
surgery in his own house.
I've always just medicine has just always clicked with me.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I didn't even want to be a doctor. It's pretty much
Are you a doctor?
no, I didn't even want to be.
Yeah. Where'd you go to school?
It's all self-identified.
What?
Completely and rip to the Haitian president. No disrespect. I just thought it was funny how
Self-identified.
self-identified doctor, Brittany thought you said Bill. Yeah, that's tough. Poor Britney Spears cannot get herself on her own money. Can't get her hands on her own money, is what I'm trying to say. But the meanwhile, Bill Cosby released. I just think it's funny how those things kind of fall parallel to each other. Because it's just like, you have something really fucked that's happening to a woman, and then it finally goes through all the court dates it's supposed to, and she can't. And then
Bill
around the
Cosby.
same time, they're just like,
Guy who's like, yeah, I did it.
yeah,
Just like-
basically admitted.
They're like,
hit,
alright.
but he got hit with the technical. He got hit with the old technical.
The technicality?
Had a technicality.
The guy that you couldn't use that in court, but they
Yeah,
did anyways.
yeah.
Then he's out in 2 years instead of 3.
I mean, you think if, like, Thomas Jefferson, all those guys, John Hancock, Edison, all the
Other
homies.
old guys with names that you know in American
whoever
history.
signed the fucking
Declaration
Constitution,
of Independence. or
the Constitution, you think they would come back and they'd be like, you guys are still going by these rules? We thought you would have changed them a little bit. you know? It's like,
You kidding? You still using these?
the original piece of paper we wrote it on is over there. It's been years, decades. I'm pretty sure centuries went by. Oh, they did. They did. But we kind of thought, some guy's like, I thought you wanted us to save it. He's like, no. We were all fucking crazy back then.
We're riding horses
That's
everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, TikTok drama. What else could you possibly ask?
/ YouTube.
That bit, yeah, and YouTube. I get social media drama. That girl Sienna May. She's back on Talk. And for anyone who doesn't know what she did, James Charles too,
Yeah, James
also
Charles,
back on Talk, YouTube. And these bans, they don't last long. You can't cancel people. You can't. As hard as you may try, people can't
No
be
matter
canceled.
what they do, no matter as hard as you try.
This Sienna May girl, I guess, well, I don't guess, she did. It's on videotape. She was,
Give him just some guy while he's asleep.
yeah, I mean, what a better time. Well, I mean, hey, you know,
She's back.
taking one out of Cosby's book, I guess. That's so our generation. That kid didn't even have to get drugged. He was just already on
Yeah.
his own, blacked out.
I mean,
He was just like, yeah, I did this to my fucking self, okay? No, she didn't drug you. Like the next day, everybody's like, yo, like, did you get drugged? But he's like all
No.
like about his cred. He's like,
Yeah.
dude, no, I
I
blacked.
got charged myself.
I blacked, okay?
I knocked myself
She
out.
wished
Yeah.
she drugged me. I blacked.
I did not get drugged. I got black.
Get that camera going. We're making this
What
talk.
do you think this is, the 60s?
The 60s? Come on. I blacked. Dude. And then, yeah, James Charles, too. He also, another sexual abuse. These fucking YouTubers. Why do they even sexually abuse? You have, I mean, it's a lot of he said, she said, but, you know, what if you're in that position of power and money, why not just have sex missionary, the old conventional way, with someone who said, sure, you know?
We can find someone that will.
I'm sure it's not that hard. When you already have millions of people that just follow you
Watch
for
all
no
your
reason.
videos. Yeah.
Yeah, sub.
Follow you for no
Follow the Instagram.
Yeah, could you imagine?
Oh my god, give
Please
a like
follow
to
our
the
Instagram.
Instagram. Please
Follow
sub
our Instagram and sub.
to everything. We need it.
This isn't a podcast.
Not a podcast.
You know?
Isn't a podcast. There's nothing about this that was a podcast.